Yo, what up? It's motherfucking Moses. Man, I just got a motherfucking jail, bro. I just got out of Cook County jail. I'm about to explain everything, why it happened, what happened, and all these things. So, remember when I made those videos about how to act and how to live when you have a warrant? Well, the reason that I knew all those things, not because it was common sense, but because I actually had a warrant for a very, very long time. I actually started this YouTube channel because I had a motherfucking warrant and because I didn't know what was gonna become of me, what was to become of me, right? So look, this is what happened. I'm gonna explain it to you top and bottom. So AaroniMoses, I got a DUI, an aggravated DUI, which is a felony in the state of Illinois, you know. Aggravated DUI is when you drive on a suspended license or a revoked license and you have a DUI and you're drunk when they pull you over. I got probation for that, right? Got probation for that. I had to do 24 days before I saw a motherfucking judge. I got probation for that, 18 months probation. I completed 9 months probation. I got probation in February, like 2 days after my sister's birthday, and then I violated probation September 18, 2011. 2012. No, that's not right. It was 2011 because I was 20 when I violated, right? So what happened was, I got caught driving on a suspended license. I wasn't sober, but they didn't know I was fucked up. They couldn't prove it anyway. So what happened was the probation officer never ended up violating me, and I got a bond. I got a $500 bond. And the reason I'm recording my video this close is because sometimes it skips and the audio doesn't match up with the video when I record, and I don't like that shit, so fuck it. You won't be able to tell that much, you know, unless you look at my facial expressions and shit. But I got a $500 bond. I bonded out. My PO never violated me. When I went to court for that, she still didn't violate me, so the judge gave me 30 days. I did my 30 days. He gave me 60, I did 30, but the catch was the court date for my probation violation, my probation hearing, he set that intentionally as the same day that I was to be released from jail. So what happened was, when I got released from jail, from Cook County jail, I was supposed to be in court within an hour and a half. And where I lived and where Cook County Jail is, which is 26 in California, in the south side of Chicago, it was impossible even in a car. Even if I would have gotten released and gotten into that car, it would be impossible during motherfucking rush hour to get to court at 2:30 or 1. It was 2:30. That would have been impossible because I got released at 12 o'clock on the dot. Right? So what I did was, I was 20. I took it upon myself to say, fuck it, bro. I'm not about to let these motherfuckers keep throwing me in jail. I haven't even accomplished anything in my life. I was in jail for 30 days twice for the same shit. It felt like double jeopardy type shit, but it wasn't, because I violated, you know? So what happened was, I took that, and then my mom asked me what happened, and I lied to everybody, and I told them my probation was over. Which it was not. I told them everything was done and blah, blah, blah. So, they wanted to celebrate, I guess, by giving me a trip to either Las Vegas for my 21st birthday or giving me the option to move to Arizona with my cousins and start over a new life. So, you know what I did? I was gonna do the immature thing and go to Las Vegas and come back and then try to, fend for myself in Chicago. But I I chose to go to Arizona to live, which was stupid. Not because Arizona fucking sucks, but because I had never been to Arizona before a day in my goddamn life. So from there I began to live my life, and then we have 55 days ago I decided to turn myself in. 57 days ago I decided to turn myself in on 8/16/2008. I got booked into Cook County Jail 8/18/2018. My birthday's 3/30/91. Look at all those palindromes. And what happened was I went to court. This motherfucking judge. Thank the judge. Thank you, judge. The first time I went to court, I had the same PD that I had for the first case that got me probation. But of course he wanted some, so I hit him with a little bit of something. And what happened was, you know what this motherfucker said? He was like, I can get you 2 to 3 months, man. But you can't do anything in jail, bro. You can't smoke, you can't fight, none of that, man. And then I was like, cool, do that. And then this nigga came back. Yeah, the state and the judge are talking about giving you a year, bro. I was like, oh yeah, what? And he was like, I can figure something out. If you give me like a couple $100, I got you. I could talk him down to like maybe 6 months. I was like, 6 months? 6 months, you do 90 days, you'd be out by December. I was like, bro, fuck it, bro. Signed a little paper or whatever. And then he came back, he was like, yeah, the judge wants to give you 100 days, time considered served. At 50, you'll be back in court October 10th. I was like, bro, you're just gonna not give me credit for the 5 days that I spent in jail waiting on this goddamn court date. You know what? Fuck it. So what happened? Blah blah blah. I did the extra 50 days or whatever. I did the 50 days, and then I showed up to court on the 10th. They woke me up out of my slumber at 4:30 in the morning to go to jail, to go to court. A bug got in my mind. To go to court at I think it was like 9 o'clock. Court started 8:30, 9 o'clock, something like that. So they called me. Oh no, before that, this was the worst thing if you've ever been to jail, worst thing that ever been to court. Man, that judge on some bullshit, bruh. That judge, first dude, I was like, cause she don't like you, Nick, cause you're not sexy like me, bruh. Second dude, man, fuck that goddamn judge, bro. She just fucking revoked my bond and shit. I was like, oh, she's on bullshit today. No, I'm going to prison. No, they weren't gonna send me to jail. They were gonna send me to prison, though. She was gonna send me to prison. Then when I get out, she pretended like she didn't remember my ass. I got a piece of paper in my pocket, my plans and my mission statement that I wrote in jail, of course, like every person does. She was looking at this shit. She was reading my case, and she looked up. She was like, I was like, she looked straight. She looked right in my eyes. She was looking. Let me take my shit. She was reading my shit, and she was like, oh, bro, that broke my motherfucking. What made it worse? She was reading this, and she. Mr. Hister, she was actually bad. She was actually a beautiful ass judge. She was in her like mid-50s or whatever, but she was sexy. But what happened was, she was like, Mr. Hister, you are aware that I can send you to prison for 1 to 3 years still if I want to right now, right? And I was like, yes I do, Your Honor. And she was like, okay. What made my balls go my balls went all the way through my intestines into my chest. My balls were beating in my fucking heart when she said this one word. And it was a silence for like a good 20 seconds. It was probably only 10, but it felt like 30. What she said was, unfortunately, and she did it just like that. Unfortunately, you won't be able to get your license until you pay this $2,600 and do your victim impact. And I was like, what? That's not unfortunate, bitch. I don't give a fuck about my motherfucking license. You didn't have to start the next sentence after you said I could sentence you to 1 to 3 years and motherfucking prison. You didn't have to start that next sentence with unfortunately. I don't even want to revisit that state of mind, bro. I don't want to revisit because it's so beautiful out here. Look at this shit. Look how beautiful it is. It's a nice day, nigga. She was unfortunately. You can't get your license until you do all of it. Mr. Hister, I'm just disappointed that you didn't complete any of this. You didn't do any of it. And I don't mean to make her sound like she was an idiot or a bitch or anything like that, because I didn't do any of that shit. I paid my little $52 so I could smoke weed on probation or whatever. My fucking PO didn't give a fuck as long as I paid her $52. And she didn't violate me. Look, she didn't violate me for a whole she didn't violate me until I moved to Atlanta, which was 4 months later, and then they took the warrant away after 2 years, and then I moved back to Chicago, and then I don't know if you guys remember when I went to Lake County jail. When I went to that jail, I was supposed to have been transferred to Cook County because I had a warrant out of Lake County. They took my ass to jail for 30 days. And then they let me go, and I was like, what? That's it? No Cook County? And they were like, nope, we don't know what you're talking about. You don't have a warrant. And I was like, well, cool. And then they just let me go, bro. And then you know what happened? 3 months later, boom, those bitches put that warrant back on my ass. And then I moved to Oklahoma. No. They probably did. I think I had a suspicion that they did. Oh, you know what? They did. You know how I know? Because I applied for a job and they said, you unfortunately did not pass the criminal background test. They mailed it to my motherfucking house. And it said weed, all the charges that I had. I only had like maybe 5 charges at that point. And then it said outstanding warrant, Cook County probation. I was like, oh my God, these motherfuckers. They really did that to my ass. I was like, damn, alright, fuck that shit. So we moved to Oklahoma. This is when President fucking Trump sent all the National Guard to fucking Chicago, because these little niggas don't have jobs, and that's what happens. When little niggas in Chicago don't have jobs, you have to send in the National Guard. So I guess when the National Guard was peeling through all those papers, that's when they violated me and put the warrant back on me. And then I just came back up here, got a couple jobs and shit, had some fun, lived my life, moved to Indiana, started my business, tried to get healthy again, but nobody wants me to be healthy, especially, when they can't get healthy themselves. And I was hindered in my growth. What happened was, I was like, fuck this shit, man. And I turned myself in, and that's what happened. And they threw out my probation. Thank you, judge, threw out my probation. I don't have probation. I don't have to fucking do anything but pay that $2,600. She threw away. I had a $17,500 fine. I paid $2,000 of it. When I got that fucking warrant. I stopped paying on it. Of course, what the fuck I'm gonna give you my money for? And if I would have kept paying it, I would have been salty, because they would have just threw away my probation anyway. But that's what happened, bros. That's what happened. That is what happened. That is why I just got out of jail. Now, the mixtape that I released and the music that I've been putting out, I scheduled that. I scheduled that before I turned myself in to be released on September 7th, because I knew I would be in jail before September 7th. I mean, she could have just threw it out right there and not made me do 50 days. But, they get paid like $1,500 a day for every person that is in Cook County. And if you're a felon, they get a little bit more. But that's it, man. I just wanted to explain that to you guys, why I have not been making these videos. Everybody that's on my social media, I'm most likely not gonna upload this to my Facebook, because you motherfuckers don't give a fuck about me anyway. But that's it, man. I'm the bang, you the bang, we the bang. together, man. It's Aaron motherfucking Moses of We the Bang TV. Peace. Huh.